Hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I hope you're having a great Wednesday and that you are getting excited for fall colors because that is what we are going to be swatching tonight. And I myself am really excited about the colors that I have in front of me because they are rich and beautiful and perfect for this transition period, that kind of strange autumn, right before autumn, but not quite Halloween, but not quite sure what to do on your nails. These are great options for our clients. So I have chosen, actually in this one we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 colors, but I'm actually going to be splitting this into two parts. This is part 1, and then part 2 is more of our purples and browns and mauvey brown kind of colors. So I have those waiting in the wings, and we will do those in a separate live so that I can try and keep this a general length live so that I don't take too much of your time. My name is Sarah from Magpie Beauty USA, and I'm excited that you're here with me. We're going to be swatching these beautiful colors. I'm going to do my very best to explain to you the color because sometimes our phones have different coloring, so it might not look the same as it does in person as it does on your phone. So I'm going to do my very best to give you the color and what it is, and I'm going to go over all of the pros for the beautiful Magpie gel polishes. All of these products can be purchased at magpiebeautyusa.com or on the Magpie Beauty USA app, which if you don't have the Magpie Beauty USA app, really, I don't know why not. It's really great, and it actually makes your shopping experience very easy. And because the app and the website talk to each other, you can see all of your previous orders on either platform, which is a really nice feature. So I'm going to clear the decks and we're going to start swatching. Hi Melissa, how are you? For those of you who might not know, Polish Looks by Melissa is one of our master educators. So while she is on, if you have any questions regarding Magpie products and I miss it, hopefully she'll be able to help. And if she hops off, then hopefully I will catch your question. Okay, so first things first is that all of the Magpie Beauty polishes are 100% gel. What does that mean? It means that it doesn't have chemicals in them that dry out the nail plate. It doesn't dry out the gel polishes. Your brushes are not going to get eaten. If you've ever experienced having your bristles eaten by the product, that's just an unpleasant thing. So all of these polishes are 100% gel product, which means that the shelf life is really a long time. I love working with 100% gels. You do have to cure these products for 60 seconds in an LED lamp. And I think that is it for now. So I'm going to hop into swatching. Now, to try and speed this up, I'm only going to do one coat of color to show you what the color would be. But when you are putting this onto a client, I do want you to remember that it is recommended to do 2 coats of color. And that is just because of the flexibility of the gel and the way that our clients wear them. Oftentimes, 1 coat just doesn't give the same strength as 2 coats. This color is Sugar and Spice. It is a beautiful, I'm gonna call it a red. It's an orangey red, and it is just lovely. Absolutely stunning. It is more orange than red, but I'm gonna say that it's the red for tonight. Beautiful color. If you're looking for more of a red, true tone red, then I would go with Red Lobster as a fall red. It's actually an all year round red. Red Lobster is one of our most popular colors. It is a fabulous red. Next up we have Rosemary and Thyme. This is a pale khaki green. I love when I see manicures that pair this and Willow Tree together. I think that the 2 tones of green, which I'm going to be swatching that for you in a moment, but I think the 2 tones of green just match each other so well, and they really complement each other, especially in fall nail art. Love it. Polish Looks by Melissa said that Rosemary and Thyme is one of her absolute favorites. Gorgeous color, especially in the fall. It's when it becomes most popular. That one, and then of course Willow Tree, which I'll get to in just a moment. Next up we have Ginger Spice. And these are in no particular order. I kind of just threw them up above, so it's not going to be in a like cohesive or like pleasing color range. Anyway, it's just going to be random colors that are beautiful for fall. So again, this one is called Ginger Spice, and it is a deep burnt orange color. I think that it is difficult to say what is burnt orange because some people have it as like a paler color in their mind, and some people have it as this rich color like this one. To me, this is burnt orange, but a lot of our clients and customers actually think that Brandy Snap is more like a burnt orange, so we'll see what you have to say. All right, next up we have Heather Green. Heather Green was released in the winter. However, I think it is a beautiful color for this time of year. It's kind of a leaf green. It's more of a brighter green rather than those muted greens. And maybe I tend to like this color more because I am a bright lover rather than a muted tone lover myself. So this beautiful bright green just is right up my alley. This one in particular has a golden shimmer running through it, which makes it that much more eye-catching. Gorgeous. Next up we have Toffee Apple. It is this beautiful deep amber caramel color. Now when this first came out, to me toffee apples are supposed to be red, but then I looked up, I Googled a toffee apple, and yes, this is the color because it is a burnt caramel on the outside of a red apple. So it does have those undertones of red. However, it is more like an orangey, amber colored caramel. And for reference, let me take out Ginger Spice. You can see Ginger Spice is much darker, much deeper. All right, let me get that into the lamp. Next up we have the beautiful Willow Tree, which I will be able to compare that now to the gorgeous Rosemary and Thyme. Willow Tree is going to be that darker color of khaki. It's not quite sage, but it is that khaki green, just that neutral green color. Do you guys ever feel like, wow, I misgauged how much polish this nail swatch needed? Swatches are so much bigger than human nails. All right, there we go. This beautiful darker khaki green. Let me pull over Rosemary and Thyme, and you can see that it is just a darker version. Beautiful. Polish Looks by Melissa. Every color you swatch is making me so happy. Fall colors are your favorite group of colors. Aren't they just lovely? And these ones in particular just feel like, you know, falling leaves and the beautiful tones of orange and going to a fair. It just feels so fall, lovely. Next up is Brandy Snap. This one has a lot of brown in it. Again, this was considered the burnt orange. However, I think when Ginger Spice came out, I consider that more the burnt orange, but really that's up to you and what you prefer. It's kind of like choosing a rose gold. Do you like it to be more pink? Do you like it to be more copper? All personal preference. Beautiful, however you want to call it though. Burnt orange or not. It's so lovely. So this is Ginger Spice and this is Brandy Snap. You can see this one has more brown in it, the Brandy Snap does. Beautiful. All right. Wow, I didn't really mean to put them in this color order, but that's funny. When I look over at the swatches, they are orange, green, orange, green, orange, green. Okay, next up we have Crikey Nora. Now this one is clearly not orange or green. This is a mauve, a purpley mauve. It's actually one of my very most favorite colors for this time of year. This is an oldie but a goodie. Crikey Nora is just one of those really, really flattering colors that so many clients love at this time of year. I used to think that these were old lady colors, and then I started loving them, and I was like, well, am I an old lady? But I actually don't think they are old lady colors. I think that they just have their place in a neutral family. Beautiful, beautiful color. You can see it has a lot of purple in it. The next one I'm going to show you, Marla Mouse, has more pink, and I'll be able to show those against each other. Kind of making a mess here. Hold on one second. Okay, next up is, I'm actually going to save it for just a moment. I'm not going to swatch Marla Mouse yet because I wanted to show you one thing, and that was how to stir products that are 100% gel. This one I know in particular needs a stir. When your colors sit for a period of time, say a season, then you really do need to stir them back together so that the life of the gel will continue going forward. You won't have pigment at the bottom with clear gel going throughout. So I'm going to show you in just a moment. I have 2 more colors to swatch, and then I will stir this one, and then we will swatch this one last. So let me switch to Tanya Hyde. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous caramel color. This one has that really just, I think like camel hide, that beautiful mid-tone caramel if you're somebody who makes candy. Absolutely a gorgeous color this time of year. It kind of has a bit of yellow in it, so it could lean toward those style of manicures with the colors that have more yellow tones. It can definitely go toward the fall colors like the oranges that I've swatched. So good. All right, next up we have Scarlet Fever. Now this one is a red, and I think it just needed a moment. I was feeling bad for it because she kind of gets overlooked. She only gets noticed this time of year, and I just think she's absolutely gorgeous and can last all the way through until Valentine's Day. I think she just gets overlooked by those brighter reds. This is Scarlet Fever, and it's just a stunning deep, deep, deep burgundy red. Absolutely gorgeous. It even has some shimmer, which of course always adds a bit of interest. I'm going to try and pick up that shimmer for you. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's definitely there in person. Absolutely beautiful. Again, this one's called Scarlet Fever. Beautiful, beautiful red. All right, last but not least is Marla Mouse, and like I said, I wanted to give this one a stir so that you can learn how to stir your gels. And hopefully, I opened this earlier and I noticed that there were some color variations running throughout here. Now my up and down motion of opening and closing it might have stirred that little bit together, but hopefully you can see we have some separation of gel and pigment. So what first thing we want to do is just kind of wipe all of the gel back into the bottle. Then using our spatula, this is our Dame tool. It's called the Dame, or you can look for it called the spatula. And it has a fat end, it has a skinny end, and you can use either end, whichever you prefer. But what you want to do is like gather all of the pigment that you put into the neck of the bottle, and then making sure you're scraping the bottom and then just give it a really, really vigorous stir. This is gonna take longer than you think. Now it's not forever. It's like maybe 30 seconds, maybe 60 seconds if it is extra needy. Another thing you can do is putting pressure on the bottom of the bottle. You can kind of roll it around, keeping that firm pressure. But you just want to stir all of the pigment, all of the gel back together. And what you're going to get is this beautiful, creamy consistency of gel that you just, you're going to absolutely love it. Then you wipe all of the gel back inside. Now what you don't want to do is use an orange wood stick. The reason is because orange wood is porous. So it's going to absorb the gel and leave behind the pigment, which means that now you have a ratio of pigment to gel that isn't quite right. So instead, you want to use a metal spatula, give it a vigorous stir, and then everything will be good to go. Now this is Marla Mouse. Beautiful, beautiful rosy toned mauve. Gorgeous. You can see it's much deeper, much pinker than Crikey Nora that I did before. But both of these together in a manicure would just be gorgeous. All right, let me get that into cure and then we will go over the colors one more time before I end part 1, and then I'll be back in about 5 minutes to do part 2. All right, so first up we have Sugar and Spice, which is a beautiful, spicy kind of orange. It does have a lot of red in it, so it's kind of like a reddish orange for fall. Next we have Rosemary and Thyme. Beautiful. Then we have Ginger Spice. Next we have Heather Green, which does have that beautiful golden shimmer running through it. Then we have Toffee Apple. Then we have Willow Tree. Next is Brandy Snap. Then we have Crikey Nora. Then comes Tanya Hyde. And Scarlet Fever, which hopefully you can see that beautiful shimmer in that color. And last but not least is the stunner Marla Mouse. Beautiful. Gorgeous colors. So this is our part 1. If you'll give me about 5 minutes, I'm going to get all of these taken care of and we'll get this live posted to the feed. And then I'll be back for part 2, which is more browns and purples. And I hope you'll join me. So see you soon. Bye.